Good morning, children. As two organic topics already completed by VP sir and one solution topic LRK sir has started. As you will have asked many times related with basic concept of organic chemistry. Then what we have planned that better to go for today's class only related with the general organic chemistry. Today I'll take with the general organic chemistry whatever the important concepts are there. Because it is highly impossible to complete the topic in 1 hour, as you know. Okay, that's why we will go for the topic general organic chemistry. General organic chemistry. Children, have you observed that in the two topics like alcohol, phenol, ether, alkyl halide, and as well as halorine, what you have observed that chemical properties, many exceptional cases are there. All the chemical properties depends upon electronic effect. Whether you are going for the polarity of the molecule or you are going for the stability of carbocation, carbanion or carbon-free radical, or you are going with respect to the acidic strength of primary, secondary, tertiary alcohol and the phenol, comparing the acidic strength of phenol with alcohol and as well as water. Okay, so here we can see that not only this one. Next topic we are having after alcohol, phenol, ether, aldehyde, ketone, carboxylic acid. After that we are having organic compound containing nitrogen. In all the topics you can observe that without electronic effect, we can't explain any of the concepts. Concepts will not be clear without electronic effect. That's why what I have planned that from the GOC, let me go for first electronic effect. If time permits, we will go for the intermediate and all. Have you observed this point that this topic is like the base for complete second year section. And in the second year, what we are having the organic topic from haloalkane to the functional group like organic compound containing nitrogen, amines and diazonium salt, and as well as biomolecule polymers, chemistry in everyday life. This part is 50% in competitive exam. So it means that when we are having 50% weightage in competitive exam and major weightage in theory paper also. So here, without electronic effect, we cannot go for justifying the answer. That's why we'll move to the topic electronic effect. Subtopic in the GOC, that is electronic effect. Electronic effect. Okay. To understand the electronic effect, let me explain what is substrate. Have you observed that substrate are the covalently bonded molecule, that is organic molecules attacked by reagent. Attacked by what, children? Reagent. And these reagents are attacking species. Reagents are what, children? Attacking species. Substrate gets attacked by reagent. Those reagents are attacking species to form intermediate. To form what, children? Intermediate. And intermediate further converted to products. It means that during this we can observe that the substrate is non-polar. What you can observe over here? Substrate is non-polar. Whereas reagents are polar in nature. Reagents' nature is what, children? Polar. They are polar in nature. They will form intermediate. Remember one thing, depending upon the lifespan of the intermediate, some of the intermediate we can able to identify, some of them are directly converted into product, as I said earlier. It depends upon the lifespan of intermediate. Now, whenever we are having the substrate as non-polar, attacking species are polar. One more thing we can observe that same kind, both should be of same kind to proceed the reaction. Okay. Now, polarity has to be created on substrate molecule. So we can say that attacking species or the reagent are polar in nature, substrate are non-polar. So in such a way that reagent should create polarity on substrate molecule. Reagent will be responsible to create polarity, and that creation of polarity may be temporary, may be permanent. Creation of polarity is what, children? May be permanent, may be temporary. It may be what? Permanent, it may be temporary. Polarity may be temporary, may be permanent. And remember here, whenever the polarity is permanent, creation of polarity by the reagent on substrate molecule may be permanent, may be temporary. It means that as the reagent is created polarity, after removing the reagent also polarity has to be continued. That is called as permanent effect. Whereas in few cases, as we are going to remove the reagent, polarity is going to be diminished. Slowly polarity is going to be diminished. So we can say that permanent creation of polarity is called as polarization. Called as what? Polarization. Whereas a temporary are called as polarizability. Temporary are called as what, children? Polarizability. So we can say that the creation of polarity on organic molecule, that is substrate molecule, by the reagent may be temporary, may be permanent. If it is a permanent, called as polarization. If it is a temporary, called as polarizability. And the creation of polarity may be temporary, may be permanent. This creation of polarity is called as electronic effect. Creation of polarity is called as what, children? Electronic effect. Okay. Now we'll move to the electronic effect. What is electronic effect? Repeat once again. Here electronic effect are like the creation of polarity on organic molecule may be temporary, may be permanent. Permanent are called as polarization, whereas the temporary are called as polarizability. Okay. So now let us move to electronic effect. What is electronic effect? What are the types of electronic effect along with their application? Because actual applications we are going to apply in second year. What you have studied in the first year, it is only the just basic concept. But in second year, we are going to apply all these electronic effects. So here we can say that whenever we are going to write electronic effect, electronic effect. So as I said earlier, it may be temporary, it may be permanent. Okay. So here we can say that electronic effect may be polarization, may be polarizability. Polarization. Okay. That is permanent. Polarizability. That is temporary. Polarizability. It is temporary. Permanent or temporary. Permanent or temporary. In that permanent, we are having like inductive effect. Like inductive effect. Second one, mesomeric effect. Mesomeric effect. Other name of mesomeric effect is resonance effect. Resonance effect. And the third is what, children? Hyperconjugation. Hyperconjugation. Hyperconjugation, which is also called as Baker-Nathan effect. Baker-Nathan effect or Baker-Nathan process or no bond resonance. Whereas temporary effect, that is polarizability, will be electromeric effect. Electromeric effect and inductomeric effect. Actually, inductomeric effect is a combination of inductive effect and electromeric effect. Inductomeric effect. Actually, inductomeric effect, They are not mentioned in the syllabus. So we can say that because it is a mixture of inductive effect and electromagnetic effect as this one. So we can say that whenever we are dealing with electronic effect, permanent effect, three types are there, like inductive effect, mesomeric effect, hyperconjugation. Then in the case of the temporary effect, that is polarizability, we are having electromagnetic effect and inductomagnetic effect. Okay, now let us move to one by one children. We'll move to inductive effect. We'll move to first electronic effect, that is permanent effect as inductive effect. Inductive effect can be abbreviated as I effect also. Inductomeric effect, inductive effect is also called as I effect. Inductive effect. Inductive effect. The symbol for the inductive effect is I effect. Inductive effect is I effect. Inductive effect, as I said earlier, that it is a permanent effect and it takes place in a saturated compound. And we know very well that in case of the saturated compound, the functional group may be having more electronegativity than carbon or less electronegativity than carbon. So we can say that inductive effect is a permanent effect. Where polarity is created by displacement of sigma electrons. Displacement of what, children? Sigma electrons. Strongly bounded electrons are what, tell me? Sigma electron. By the slide, we can say the displacement. Electrons are not going to leave valence shell, just they are going to be shifted. So we can say that it is a permanent effect where displacement of sigma electron takes place towards more electronegative element. Towards more electronegative element. If I am going to take a chain of carbon chain bounded with X, chain of carbon bounded with X, or chain of carbon bounded with Y, we can see that X is having more electronegativity. If X is having more electronegativity than carbon, the movement of the electron takes place towards X. Movement of the electron takes place towards X. So X will get a slight negative charge. This will get a slight positive charge. It means that all these carbon chains, very slight positive charges are going to form. X may be more electronegative or carbon may be more electronegative. That we will see next piece. So we can say that whenever the X is more electronegative than carbon, the movement of the electron takes place towards X. Okay, movement of the electron takes place towards X. So X can behave as electron withdrawing. What, children? Electron withdrawing. X can behave as electron withdrawing. So here X will get a negative charge, slight displacement of electron towards X. And another point you can observe that whenever the X is electron withdrawing group, that is which attract the electron from the carbon chain, it is called as negative inductive effect. Called as what, children? Negative inductive effect. Negative inductive effect. Exactly opposite case over here. When Y is electron releasing. Y is what? Electron releasing. So it means that Y will get a slight positive charge. Y will get what, children? Slight positive charge, whereas the carbon will get negative charge. Carbon will get what, tell me? negative charge in such a way that whenever we are going to take electron release in group, that time it is called as positive inductive effect. That time it is called as what, children? Positive inductive effect. So we can say that inductive effect or the I effect, it is a permanent effect where displacement of sigma electron takes place towards more electronegative element. So here X may be more electronegative or carbon chain may be more electronegative. It depends upon the example. That's why we can say that when X is electron withdrawing group, it will be negative inductive effect. In case of the negative inductive effect, X is having the character to withdraw the electron. In case of positive inductive effect, Y has the character to releases the electron. Y has the character what? To releases the electron. So we can say whenever we are going for the negative inductive effect, again the definition will be same. It means that it is a permanent effect where displacement of sigma electron takes place towards the substituent. What we can say? Towards the substituent. Negative inductive effect we can call it as towards the substituent. Towards what, children? Substituent. Substituent. Whereas in case of the electron releasing group, we can call it as away from substituent. Away from substituent. Away from substituent. This way also we can define. It means that now let us see. Based upon this one, how we can apply all these, maybe negative inductive effect, maybe positive inductive effect, how we can apply to the functional group which are there in our second year syllabus. We'll move to one by one. Applications of inductive effect. What are applications of inductive effect? Applications of inductive effect. Before applications of inductive effect, always you need to remember that if you are going for negative inductive effect, if I am going for what, children? Negative inductive effect. Negative inductive effect. Negative inductive effect. All the groups which are having high electron withdrawing capacity, they will show high negative inductive effect. And the negative inductive effect, that is electron withdrawing series, can be represented as NH3 plus will be greater than NO2. Greater than what, children? Cyanide. Greater than water? Sulfonic acid. Greater than water? Aldehyde. Greater than water? Ketone. Greater than carboxylic acid. Fluoro. Chloro. This series is going to continue. Bromo. Iodo. You can write, okay, OH. C6H5. I, etc. H. So we can say that whenever we are observing that the group which is having high electron withdrawing capacity, they will show high negative inductive effect. That we need to remember always. Now, when we are going for the applications of inductive effect, let us start with the second year syllabus. With the second year example, like we are having related with water. We are having like related with the second year this one examples like alkyl halide. Children, have you remember that? In case of the alkyl halide, we said the polarity, the negative inductive effect is exhibited by alkyl halide. Okay. Now we move to the one by one application of inductive effect. First one. Let us move to negative inductive effect. First application is with the help of negative inductive effect, acidic strength of carboxylic acid increases. What we can say, children? Acidic strength of carboxylic acid increases. Acidic strength of carboxylic acids increases. It means that acidic strength, when it increases, whether we are going with respect to what? The carboxylic acid. As we know very well that fluoro is having more acidic strength as compared to chloro, as compared to bromo, as compared to aluminum. And the cyanide is having more than this. It means that usually in the competitive exam, they have asked a question related with like comparison. They'll give 4-5 molecules in the question paper and they will ask you to arrange in the increasing order. And as we know very well that even acidic strength is directly proportional to dissociation constant of acid like Ka. So it means that whether we are going with respect to Ka value or as pKa is inversely proportional to Ka. So based upon any of the concept, what will be the answer listen here? Whenever the molecule substituted by electron withdrawing group like carboxylic acid. For example, if I am writing carboxylic acid like acetic acid, whose impact name is ethanoic acid. One of the hydrogen atom of acetic acid replaced by fluoro. For example, fluoroacetic acid. What we can call it as fluoroacetic acid. Then further chloroacetic acid or bromoacetic acid. Or what children? Bromoacetic acid. You can observe that all are showing negative inductive effect. All are showing negative inductive effect. All are having this one. So based upon this one, we can write it as fluoroacetic acid. Fluoroacetic acid is stronger than chloroacetic acid than bromoacetic acid. Why it is so? What is the reason? We can write the reason that this order. Order what we can write? More is the electron withdrawing capacity. Higher is the electron withdrawing capacity. Higher will be acidic strength. Here will be what children? Acidic strength. Therefore, we can write it as fluoroacetic acid is stronger than chloroacetic acid, stronger than bromoacetic acid. Another point you need to remember that, another application you need to remember that, whenever we are taking with respect to more number of electron withdrawing, then we can observe that more number of electron withdrawing group are there, they are having the capacity to withdraw the electron. Because as in the second year syllabus, we are having in the next future topic, we are going to study about carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid will undergo resonance. Even in the phenol also you said, but phenol I cannot take in the inductive effect. It will come under mesometric effect. Another point in this one, as we have studied, related with alcohol. Alcohol is already completed to you. That means that primary alcohols are more acidic usage than secondary than tertiary. So always we need to remember that whenever we are having acidic strength, inductive effect is playing the role over here. Okay, as negative inductive effect increases acidic strength, positive inductive effect decreases acidic strength. Exactly ulta. Because when the negative inductive effect is electron withdrawing group, positive inductive effect is electron releasing. So we can say that fluoroacetic acid is stronger than chloroacetic acid than bromoacetic acid. Same carboxylic acid children. If I am going to take with respect to water, same this one carboxylic acid. Same carboxylic acid, if I am going to take with respect to more number of electron withdrawing group, if I am going to take more number of electron withdrawing group, more will be acidic strength. So we can say that the second, this one point related with the negative inductive effect, that more are the number of electrons with the joint group, higher will be acidic strength. Higher will be what, children? Acidic strength. As there was many times in the question paper related with chloroacetic acid. Okay, just you can turn the previous question paper, so you'll get the idea for all these. So we can say that in that case there was many times. Why does trichloroacetic acid than dichloroacetic acid or monochloroacetic acid? How to arrange their acidic strength? More are because this here 3 are there, 3 electron with the joint group, whereas this contain only 2 electron with the joint group, whereas this contain 1 electron with the joint group. That means that more are the number of electron with the joint group, higher will be acidic strength. Higher will be what, children? Acidic strength. So we can say that negative inductive effect explain acidic strength of molecule. Acidic strength of what molecule? They have asked many times question related with this and this is the public exam. They have asked the increasing order and decreasing order. That series what I have given over here at one side, that series you need to remember. Okay, another one more point we can remember that. Another point we need to remember that negative inductive effect weakens as the length of carbon chain increases. What we can say? Negative inductive effect weakens as the length of carbon chain increases. As the length of carbon chain, what, children? Increases. As the length of carbon chain increases, negative inductive effect is going to be what? As the length of carbon chain increases, negative inductive effect is going to be decreases. Negative inductive effect is going to become weak and how we can correlate with examples? That means, if I am going to the example like a chain of carbon atom with carboxylic acid. This is a chain of carbon chain, that is butanoic acid. 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms are there. The carboxylic group, next carbon atom is called as alpha. If alpha carbon atom containing 1 chlorine. Another example, beta means this carbon atom is alpha, beta and gamma. Always you need to remember that. Inductive effect diminish from gamma carbon onwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is alpha carbon atom and this is beta carbon atom. Same way, instead of alpha and beta, we'll take another carbon atom as gamma. Okay, this is gamma, where Cl will be space. We know very well that carboxylic acids are acidic in nature. As we are in future, we are going to study. Carboxylic acids are acidic in nature due to resonance. Due to resonance, they are going to form what, children? They are going to form carboxylate ion. They are going to form what? Carboxylate ion. And always you need to remember that whenever the molecule is capable to donate H plus ion, more readily to donate H plus ion, I will be acidic strength. More easily to donate H plus ion, higher will be acidic strength. So here, whenever we are having, whenever the carboxylate ion are going to be undergo resonance. More are the resonance, more will be acidic strength. If you remember that in case of phenol, the topic which is already completed to you, you said phenols are acidic in nature because they are capable to form phenoxide ion. So here you can say that in case of the alpha chlorobutanoic acid, Cl group, alpha chlorobutanoic acid, Cl group and carboxylic group are close. What I said the application, repeat the sentence. Negative inductive effect weakens. Going to become weak as the length of carbon chain increases. As the length of carbon chain are going to be increases. So we can say that alpha chlorobutanoic acid. This is beta chlorobutanoic acid and this is gamma chlorobutanoic acid. Electron withdrawing group is going away from carboxylic acid. So acidic strength are going to be decreases. So we can say that negative inductive effect is going to increase acidic strength of carboxylic acid as I said. It means that whenever the electron withdrawing group is going away from the carboxylic acid, acidic strength is going to be decreases. Acidic strength is what children? Going to be decreases. So for that sake only we can say that alpha chlorobutanoic acid is stronger than beta chlorobutanoic acid than gamma chlorobutanoic acid. Okay? Another point. We know very well that the negative inductive effect. If we are going for the negative inductive effect, this you can compare even with the cyanocarboxylic acid also. You can compare with cyanocarboxylic acid. Remember one thing children, when we are saying that with the negative inductive effect, acidic strength increases, exactly opposite we can say that with the negative inductive effect, basic strength of amines are going to be decreases. For example, in the series, as I said, phenyl group is electron withdrawing. Phenyl group, what I said children in the series, no doubt it is a weak electron withdrawing, but it is an electron withdrawing. Due to that reason only, whenever we are going to compare aryl amine, because amines are the Lewis space due to the presence of lone pair of electron on water, nitrogen. Due to the presence of lone pair of electron on nitrogen, they behave as Lewis space. Phenyl group is electron withdrawing group. No doubt group is weak, but anyway it will be electron withdrawing group. It will be what children? Electron withdrawing group. If you are going to compare this with ammonia, that is aniline. It is called as what? Aniline. Benzonamine. Whose impact name is what? Benzonamine. Even you can call it as aniline also. So we can say that ammonia will become stronger than aniline because the lone pair of electrons are moved towards what? Benzene. Because phenyl group is electron withdrawing group. Phenyl group is what? Electron withdrawing group. But in the series we have written last hydrogen. One thing you need to remember here children, that hydrogen shows zero inductive effect. Hydrogen shows what? Zero inductive effect. Hydrogen shows what? Zero inductive effect. So we can say that ammonia is more basic as compared to aniline. So not only with respect to acidic strength, exactly opposite we can write with respect to what children? Basic strength also. Another point, have you remember that in case of the positive inductive effect, what I said children, in case of the positive inductive effect, that group is electron releasing. Group is electron releasing. It means that substituent has the character to releases electron. Substituent has the character to releases electron towards carbon chain. Towards what children? Carbon chain. Towards water carbon chain. Let us move to positive inductive effect which are having electron releasing group. As we know very well that more are the number of alkyl group, higher will be electron releasing capacity. It means that electron releasing group like alkyl group. More are the number of electron releasing group. Tertiary butyl chain, carbon chain will be having more electron releasing capacity as compared to this contain 3 alkyl group to the carbon chain. We can take 2 alkyl group to the carbon chain. Same way we can take another example, CH3, CH2, which is more than CH3 than what children? Than hydrogen. So we can say that whenever we are having more electron releasing capacity, that is more are the number of carbon atom, more are the number of alkyl group, higher will be electron releasing capacity. Here will be what? Electron releasing capacity. As I said just now, the 1 minute back, that with negative inductive effect, acidic strength are going to be increases. Then, with positive inductive effect, acidic strength are going to be what children? Decreases. Due to that reason, alright here, methanoic acid, that is formic acid, ethanoic acid, acetic acid, propanoic acid, butanoic acid, etc. etc. So we can say that more are the number of carbon chain, acidic strength is going to become weak and weak. Which will be the weakest amongst all? S. This one. So we can say that because remember here, formic acid is exceptional case because formic acid hydrogen shows zero inductive effect. In case of formic acid, hydrogen shows zero inductive effect. So here all these alkyl groups are electron releasing. All these alkyl groups are what children? Electron releasing. Here formic acid hydrogen shows zero inductive effect. Acetic acid contain 1 alkyl group. Propanoic acid contain how many alkyl group? 2 alkyl group. Whereas this contain 3 carbon chain. So more are the number of carbon chain, higher will be what a positive inductive effect, weak will be acidic strength. So based upon this concept also we can say that formic acid is the strongest. Another point you need to remember that if I am going to compare formic acid with benzoic acid also, if I am going to compare formic acid with benzoic acid also, benzoic acid will undergo resonance because COH group is electron withdrawing group. So remember one thing, whether you are comparing with aliphatic carboxylic acid or you are comparing with aromatic carboxylic acid, formic acid is the strongest acid. Okay, listen this sentence carefully. Formic acid, whether you are comparing with aliphatic carboxylic acid or you are comparing with aromatic carboxylic acid, formic acid is the strongest acid. This formic acid, methanoic acid. Methanoic acid is what children? Strongest acid. So based upon this concept also we can say that whenever we are going to compare formic acid with acetic acid, with propanoic acid and the butanoic acid, based upon this concept also many times they have asked the question. Arrange the following in the increasing order of acetic strength or decreasing order of acidic strength. That time we need to explain on the basis of what children? On the basis of electronic effect. One more point, as I said that in the previous this one topic we have studied about alcohol. What we said in case of alcohol? CH3OH. Okay? Alcohol can show the cleavage between carbon and oxygen and as well as oxygen and hydrogen. All the reactions we have completed in the topic. If I am going to compare with ethyl alcohol, or if you are going to take with respect to water, isopropyl alcohol, etc. Isopropyl alcohol, etc. So here you can say that based upon positive inductive effect, acidic strength are going to be decreases. That's why you have written in the alcohol topic that primary alcohol are more acidic than secondary than tertiary. Even you have studied in this one with the topic, like this one alcohol, phenol and ether. Phenols are more acidic than water. Water is more acidic than alcohol. Is that all? Yes, we said. Why it is so? Because the phenol is more acidic because of the formation of phenoxide ion. Another point you need to remember that water can be written as water, H and OH. So hydrogen will show zero inductive effect. Hydrogen shows what, children? Zero inductive effect. Whereas in case of alkyl group, this is alcohol. Alkyl group is what, children, tell me? Electron releasing. Alkyl group is what? Electron releasing. So we can say that, or whatever the examples are written earlier to this also, we can observe that all examples are taken from second year syllabus. For that sake only we are going to take this topic, because in future what we are going to study about carboxylic acid, the topic which are completed, all these. Other than that, have you remembered, children, one example I forgot to give it to you, like haloalkane and halorine. In case of haloalkane, what we said, displacement of electron takes place towards X. Displacement of electron takes place towards X. X will get a slight negative charge, carbon will get a slight positive charge. Okay, it will get a slight positive charge. It means that carbocation are also stabilized based upon electron. It means that whatever the functional group we are having related with second year this one syllabus, and these functional group are important for theory and as well as for the competitive exam. I have covered maximum of those exams. Okay, we have started from haloalkane and we have to end with organic compound containing nitrogen. Okay, so other than this one, many times they have asked the question. They have clubbed negative inductive effect with a positive inductive effect. Sometimes instead of separate, don't think that they are going to ask separate question related with the negative and positive. If that case also arises, you need to remember that always negative inductive effect will be having the molecule which are exhibiting negative inductive effect will be having high acidic strength. Will be having what, children? High acidic strength. That we need to remember. Okay, we cannot discuss all the question papers over here because when you come for the regular class and all, if possible, we'll take some of the questions based upon all these electronic effects. Okay, now let us move to the second type, that is the mesomeric effect or resonance effect. Second type of electronic effect, which is also a permanent effect, called as mesomeric effect. What is the other name of mesomeric effect, children? Resonance effect. Okay, we will go for the second one, that is resonance effect or mesomeric effect. Resonance effect or mesomeric effect, or what, children? Mesomeric effect. Mesomeric effect. The symbol for the resonance effect is R effect, for the mesomeric effect is M effect. R or M effect. Okay. As I said earlier that mesomeric effect is also a permanent effect. Permanent effect. But here, in case of the inductive effect, what we said, polarity is going to be created in a saturated molecule. All the carbon atoms are bounded by single bond. But in this case, we will come across conjugate molecule. Conjugate means what? Alternate single and double. What, children? Alternate single and double. They are called as conjugate molecule. They are called as what? Conjugate molecule. That's why whenever we are going to take with respect to resonance effect or the mesomeric effect, We will go for the best suitable example for the conjugate molecule as benzene. We'll go with respect to benzene. Remember here, in case of resonance effect or the isomeric effect, delocalization of pi electron takes place. What children? Delocalization. Delocalization of pi electrons takes place. You need to remember always that more are the delocalization, more stable will be the molecule. To make it stable only, they are going to delocalize pi electron. Pi electrons are loosely held electron. They are going to be delocalized. It means that they are leaving their valence shell. Electrons are going to leave their valence shell. But in the inductive effect, what I said, they are not going to leave their valence shell. And one point you need to remember here, children. All electronic effect, any type of electronic effect, may be temporary, may be permanent. Actually, they have maximum impact on physical properties, right? Related with rate of a reaction, related with the dipole moment. It means that all these concepts, the physical properties concept, all these are depends upon electronic, maybe temporary, maybe permanent. Okay, come to the topic. So here delocalization of pi electron takes place in what? In a conjugate molecule. In what? In a conjugate molecule. As I said that the best example of the conjugate molecule, let us take benzene. And whenever the benzene linked with electron withdrawing group or benzene linked with electron releasing, two possibilities are there. They may have the character to withdraw the electron from benzene. They may have the character to release the electron towards the benzene. And whenever they withdraws the electron from benzene, they are showing what can be negative mesomeric effect or negative resonance. Negative mesomeric effect or what, children? Negative resonance effect. Whereas in case of electron releasing group, when they withdraw electron and when they release the electron with aromatic negative form, electron releasing group, they will show positive mesomeric effect or positive resonance. Molecules which withdraw electron from benzene, they are called as deactivating group. They are called as what, children? Deactivating group. And when they release the electron towards the benzene, they are called as activating group. They are called as activating group. Okay, so we can say that whenever the electron withdrawing group, series as I said to you, NO2 group, NH3, Cl, F, Cl and all these are what? Electron withdrawing capacity. Correct? It means that when they are linked with this one, remember here, in case of haloarine, we said one exceptional case, that in case of haloarine, whenever we are going nucleophilic substitution reaction, haloarine are difficult to undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction. Whenever we are having this is showing electron withdrawing capacity, but they are linked to what? A conjugate molecule. Always mesomeric effect will be dominant over inductive. That's why Cl is no doubt electron withdrawing group. Hello, no doubt electron withdrawing group, but they will show positive mesomeric effect or the positive resonance effect. Positive mesomeric effect. They are deactivating. They are going to be deactivated. That's why we'll say that benzene will undergo more electrophilic substitution reaction than halobenzene. Benzene will undergo readily electrophilic substitution reaction than halobenzene. So we can say that whenever the electron withdrawing group is linked to the benzene, negative mesomeric effect or negative resonance effect. Electron releasing group to the benzene, they are showing positive mesomeric effect or positive resonance effect. Okay, all resonance effect I'm not going to draw because I already have made the electron releasing group like the phenol, like the anisole. Already have made. In the next topic we are going to write with respect to aldehyde, ketone, and carboxylic acid also. What is the other application of isomeric effect? Here, benzene and the molecule which are containing benzene nucleus will undergo electrophilic substitution reaction, as we know. They will undergo electrophilic substitution reaction. Now the question arises that whether the incoming electrophile goes to which carbon atom? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 carbon atoms are there. At one carbon atom we are having electron withdrawing group or we are having electron releasing group. So you need to remember that whenever the molecule is linked with the electron releasing group, so incoming electrophile will attach on ortho and para position. What children? Ortho and para position. Incoming electrophile will attack on ortho and para position. Whereas whenever the electron withdrawing group is linked to the benzene, incoming electrophile will attack on meta position. Have you remembered one example? Here I write one example. Like phenol. Have you remembered, children? Phenol when treated with bromine water. We will get it as 2,4,6,5-bromophenol. What we got, tell me? Have you remembered? 2,4,6,5-bromophenol. Same way, when phenol is treated with bromine in carbon tetrachloride or carbon disulfide, we got the mixture of orthobromophenol and para-bromophenol, where para-bromophenol was HFO. Same way, nitric acid. So it means that whenever we are having the molecule which releases the electron towards the benzene, incoming electrophile will come to ortho and para position. Will come to what, children? Ortho and para position. I am taking the examples of only second year. Same way, haloarine, like chlorobenzene. When it undergoes chlorination in presence of halogen carrier, like Lewis acid as FeCl3, what will get the mixture? You will get the mixture of ortho dichlorobenzene and para. It means that why it is so? Because all these are showing positive isomeric effect. They are showing what, children? Positive isomeric effect. Due to the presence of the positive isomeric effect, incoming electrophile can come to ortho and para position. That's why what I said, the applications over here, what I said that electron withdrawing group are deactivating group. They withdraw the electron from the benzene. Difficult for the attack of electrophile. Correct? Now, electron releasing group, they activate the benzene. More are the cloud, easier will be attack of electrophile. Because what are electrophile? Electrophiles are Lewis acid. Electrophiles are electron deficit center. They have the character to attack on water, electron rich center. As the pi electron cloud is present around the benzene. How many pi electron clouds will be there around the benzene? Benzene is a planar molecule. One electron cloud above the plane, one below the plane. Due to which incoming electrophile can attack easily. So we can write over here that they are activating group, positive isomeric effect or positive resonance effect. Then electrophile can attack on ortho and para position. I have taken the example which is already completed for you in second year syllabus, like phenol or chlorobenzene. One more we are having, because as I said that second year syllabus we are having like anisole. Another example like aniline. All these are what? Positive isomeric. Whereas in the case of the negative isomeric effect, if we will go for benzaldehyde, acetophenone, benzaldehyde. This is benzaldehyde. Or you can take benzoic acid. Or you can take what children? Benzophenone. Acetophenone. All these are what, tell me? All these are electron withdrawing. All these are electron withdrawing group. So here these electron withdrawing group, which withdraws the electron from the benzene, they are going to deactivate the benzene. When they are going to deactivate the benzene, attack of electrophile is difficult. What we can say, children? Attack of electrophile is difficult. In another way, we can say that when these molecule undergoes electrophilic substitution reaction, all these. When they undergoes electrophilic substitution reaction, electrophile attack on meta position. For example, when they undergoes nitration with a mixture of concentrated nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid, benzaldehyde will produce meta-nitrobenzaldehyde. What children? Meta-nitrobenzaldehyde. In a simple way, we can say that what are the applications related with positive isomeric effect and negative isomeric effect. Okay? Then next we are having related with what, children? Next we are having related with what the hyperconjugation and electrolytic effect. Okay? With this only we will stop. If any doubt, anything are there, partially how much it is possible in the 1 hour, I have explained in detail. Whatever the doubt, questions and all are there, you can post on notes. Okay? Thank you one and all children.